Hello everyone, happy 2020. This reading is for everyone born in the year of the rat, and you can be different elements of the rat. You could be fire, earth, water, wood, but this is the white metal year of the rat, okay? So if you're rat overall, it's a good year. But if it's not your particular rat year, then certain things will be less, like luck, wealth, money, or it will still be prosperous for rats regardless. Okay, so I'm just going to cover over from my notes because it's a lot of different signs that I'm going to do. So we're just going to have a little tea, pick up your cup, just chill, sit back and enjoy the reading. So like I said, it's 2020. It's the year of the rat. It's the white metal rat. So the metal energy is inward and contracting. Okay, so for me, when I think of that it is constantly at work. Okay, so it's a lot of inward, right? I think of the self, what is hidden, what you can't see, what is happening, what's going on. Who is working together, what is working together to contract, right? It's in motion. So there's a process, there's a progress being made, and it might not always be seen, okay? And intuitively, I feel like the rabbits will play a strong part in this year, okay? Sidebar. All right, so, metal energy, inward contracting, right? Now, metal is also associated with monkey and rooster. So keep that in mind, all right? And as the year of 2020 goes on, we will, I'm sure I'll mention something related in the videos, all right? Now, 2020 equals 4, which is an unlucky number because of the sound related to the word death. Same sound, okay, if you understand linguistic sounds, okay, so it just sounds that the sound sounds like death. So in Chinese numerology, in their culture, they associate it with death. Now I also like to break it down to 2 and then look at what 2 represents. 2 is the smallest even number, and good things happen in 2s is what's believed in the Chinese culture. So it's like a twin or something good happening again. So you can look at it in that positive way. But overall, the 4 is unlucky, and it can predict a year of anything associated with death, and also conflict, war potential. Okay, so you think of that metal energy. Okay, it can be liquid, could be solid. Okay, now the personality of the ox or the rat is someone that is very firm, okay, or very controlling, okay. So very controlling. I'll do the personality first. The personality of the rat is very controlling. They can be very ambitious. They can be very focused, stubborn, and very, very strong will, and also physically strong, okay, if they're pushed to that limit. Now, the words associated with metal is firmness. Like you think of the metal as firm, but it could also be liquid as well. So it's persistent, okay? Because you think of like a flow of something, just keep going. It's very persistent. It has strength. It's very rigid. It's very determined, okay? And when you think of metal, it also associates with white. So it's a white metal rat year, okay? And white is a color usually worn at funerals, so you can see it having that, instead of black, they wear white, so you can see it having to do with 4 and death, and being associated with being unlucky in the sense of death. But then again, the positive light, it's like you've learned your lesson and you're transitioning to your next life, right? Now also, the color white is auspicious, is good for commerce, like purchasing a car. Okay, so that's always good. It's also associated with innocence and purity. Okay. Now, the ox is the rat's secret friend. Okay, and the other animals that will do good for this year is definitely the dragon, the ox, and the pig, and sometimes some good luck for the rabbit as well. All right. Now, in this year, if you are an ox, you really want to focus in on your elders. You can learn a lot from them, and you can also benefit from them financially, like supportive, very supportive. So whatever that support form is going to come in, but your elders in your life can be very supportive this year. Also look into, if you're looking into education and bettering yourself, look at earning certificates in your free time, because that can really help you, okay? Know that January is going to start out as a slow month for you, even though I'm going to go into your first, second, third, and fourth quarter reading. But January is a slow month for you only because rats can be stubborn to changing what they're supposed to change for the year. Okay, so it's in every zodiac sign to learn how to switch up when you need to, even just a little bit, to better yourself. Okay, so January will start off slow only because of stubbornness, and I know a couple rats. Okay, and especially when they're a rat and they're fire sign. Okay. All right. So then the next important thing is your lucky days every month. Okay. And it could be other traditions and everything I'm saying, another tradition, it might not be that way for you, but just see what works and go with it. Okay. Lucky days are the 4th of every month, the 8th of every month, the 13th, and the 22nd. All right. So let's get into it. So your health is the most important thing for this year, rat. Okay, so making sure that you're eating healthy, all of that. You're changing up your diet whenever you need to. So your health is really important for this year. Your luck is, for some of you, your luck is 5. And for others, it's 8. It all depends on your actions, whether you're just reading tarot or any other spiritual practice. It has to be a balance. You're in the physical world. You have to do the action and the spiritual stuff for balance. Okay. So again, the lucky animals associated with you is the rabbit, pig, dragon, and the ox. Okay. Now, since it's your rat year, you can even wear a necklace that's a rat. Okay. If you're the opposite sign to the rat, and I don't have that to memory. So who is the opposite sign to the rat? So then I can figure that out, okay? So maybe it's a dragon, okay? I'm not really sure. So you can look that up and see who they're compatible with, all right? But it's probably the dragon. Monkey needs rat, or it's probably the rat. Okay, so dragon needs monkey and monkey needs rat, okay? So rat needs a dragon, dragon needs monkey, monkey needs rat. Okay, so that's the cycle of it. But if you're the opposite sign of the rat, then you this year you can benefit from wearing a necklace that is the rat. Okay, and I'll put it in the comments later. I'm not going to stress about it right now. Your money and your career is 8 or a 9, depends on, or 10. If 10 is the higher number, then it's definitely there. But if you are not making positive changes, then it's not going to be easy for you. Now, usually you want to have your altar in the east corner spiritually, but you're lucky, so you're facing the east, but your lucky direction is southeast, some northeast or south, okay, but usually southeast or south is your lucky direction. If you're single, it will be a good year. You'll find love. You'll find that romance. All of that good stuff will happen. But it's certain quarters of the year it will happen. Certain times. So if you break the year up into 4, okay, if you think about it, 2 quarters is going to be good for finding love when you're single. And I wrote my notes really small, so I'll get to that. If you're married, then it's about working on the relationship and making it strong, making it good. But if you're single, you'll definitely find love. So let's get into the quarter. The first quarter for you is going to be lonely. It's a time for you to seek wisdom and to learn more. Starting off January, February, March is really learning more, okay? Or better yet, the new year. So it's February, March, April, however you want to break up the quarters. But January starts off rough. But if you go by the moon cycle, then the new moon that starts the Chinese New Year, you start the quarter. So lonely, feeling as if you really know you need to get wiser and seeking that knowledge that you need, okay? A lack of understanding from your past is still following you in January and February. So you really want to really focus on taking good suggestions or making the changes when you need to make them. And your love is steady. So whether it's friendship, family, your personal love relationship is good, marriage is good. If you're single, it's about really learning more, just like if you were in a relationship, going through your transformations, the things that needs to change in your life, living your life and not forcing any kind of relationships to happen, whether if you're married or single. The second quarter is good for love. Money is good, so it's a good time to save. Because the third quarter, you're going to need money. Okay, so don't go crazy, like really money management. Okay, try not to get into fights and arguments in the second quarter, and that's also good for your love relationship as well as friendship. Okay, the third quarter is about saving money, right? And if you're single, it's a lot of flirting. It's a good relationship. Really work on it and keep it private. All right. The fourth quarter, okay, so we're still in the third quarter. So for the third quarter, some of you may get married, okay, or engaged, all right? Because if you were in a good relationship in the second quarter, the third quarter could be a marriage. Or if you find a relationship in the third quarter, then it's an engagement or getting closer in the relationship. If you're single in the third quarter, you want to just be patient and enjoy your life, okay? But the first, second, and third quarter, money is good. The third quarter, you really want to make sure that you are careful because the second quarter, you should have been saving. All right, so the fourth quarter for couples is a time for you to get away, more talking, find out why you're disagreeing. And I feel like it's for all of your relationships, really find out why there's a disagreement, and trying to avoid fighting. The most important thing is learning how to fight and how not to fight. Okay, so for the ox, it's overall a good year for money. Now for your altar, okay, so you want to do your feng shui, of course. And that's just knowing the best directions for you and getting rid of clutter. This is for every sign, just getting rid of clutter and knowing what direction works best for you. Never get any symbols of a horse or sheep or even a rooster for some of you, because that's not going to be your lucky item if you want to, okay? Now, ox, monkey, dragon is a good mascot, is another word for it, or a statue that you can put on your altar, or a necklace that you can, connect with every day, like touch, okay? Rub and so on. So in their cultures, like touch and rub, just having that personal connection with it. And a lot of the things that I see in here, goes with my culture as well. So it's just having that personal connection, knowing what you need to change, changing it, and moving forward. Okay, so really making sure, Rat, that you are making the changes you need in the beginning of the first quarter. All right, so the first quarter will definitely begin when the new moon is. And that was one thing that I wanted to write down, and I didn't write it down. So that's another video that I'll be making. So January 25th, Saturday, is the start of the new moon. So So I'm going to write that down here because I'm going to need it for the other videos. So January 25th is a Saturday, and that's the Chinese New Year. And then it goes until, 2021. So that's the first quarter. All right. Now, I should have used my other app, which would have been a lot faster. But when it comes to the new year, it depends on your location. So you have to check and see when the new moon is, because it's a lunar calendar. That's the wrong location. It's a lunar calendar. Now, give me a moment. I'm bringing up the 2020. I'm bringing up my calendar here. So last year was February. This year is January. Is the new year. Okay, so it goes on the new moon. So I knew it because it says the Chinese New Year is the 25th. So, but for my location, the new moon happens on the 24th. Okay, the new moon in Aquarius on a Friday. Okay, so Friday and Saturday, both those days, you can honor those days and use those 2 days to really get yourself in order, because after the new moon, the moon starts to wax, and waxing is building up to the full moon. So it's a good time to work on the things that you want to manifest in your life, where the waning moon is what you want to get rid of. So right now, as I'm making this video, we are currently in a waning moon. Okay, so the new moon, January 24th for Pacific Standard location, and also for the U.S. But wherever you are, you want to look on your calendar and see when the new year starts, but also observe it for your location, maybe where your family is from, or an area of the world that you resonate with spiritually. Okay, so that's just a little tidbit. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you have any questions, please leave them. If there's something I didn't mention that you're interested in, and definitely click like. And thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.